Super Mario, a name that needs no introduction. Ever since the 80s, Mario has been jumping all over the place, revolutionizing the video game industry in some way throughout its almost 40 years of experiences for the player to submerge into. What can be said about Mario that hasn't been said already? Well, I'll tell you what, my history with the Red Plumber himself. In today's episode of How I Got to Know, we'll be talking about how Mario pretty much made me who I am today. So strap in and let's get started with the story time, shall we? The Wii. Some people's introduction to video games, mine included. I really love this strange artifact and fondly remember all the good times I have with it. Playing Wii Sports with my family as a kid is one that comes to mind. And while Wii Sports was a very important first dive into video gaming, probably not, but it's definitely one of the first ones, there is one game that absolutely got me into gaming. And to this day, I do not regret that decision in the slightest. And it's none other than Super Mario Galaxy, an absolute masterpiece and my favorite game of all time. Like, this is as high as the bar is. No game is gonna top what I feel when I play this game. It's such a magical experience in all of its aspects. I will take no cries or excuses, this is the best game ever made for me. I cannot stress enough how much Super Mario Galaxy means to me. It gave me a lot of interest in video gaming, and it also made me prioritize gameplay over graphics, to the point where I became skeptical of getting a PlayStation or an Xbox for very obvious reasons. The start of sticking to what I know I love. It also established Mario as my favorite franchise. It was deserved, but it was mainly because... Aside from Sonic, Kirby, or some other random game, I was just playing or watching Mario all the time. Him and the gang were just everywhere. There were the other platformers like the new Super games or other spin-offs like the Donkey Kong Country Returns or Super Princess Peach, and they're so cool. Straight up fact. Sometimes you gotta appreciate the consistent variety Mario brings to the table. Tired of platforming? How about some Mario Party 2 and some friendships? Got some good memories of playing these solo modes of Mario Party 8, 9, and DS because I had no friends around to play them. Understandably so, because there was also the Mario Karting, which are way more fun than the partying, if I'm being honest. I grew up with Wii and DS, which have honestly got some of the best tracks ever conceived. Maple Treeway, DK Summit, and Airship Fortress are goated. I will die on this hill. I will also die on the hill that says Waluigi Pinball is not overrated or bad. Shut up, sleeper agents, I'm right. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. Mario Sports games are also neat, especially Striker's Charge on the Wii. I'm still not tired from how sick that intro is. And finally, much like Sonic, I really look back fondly on any old YouTube video of Mario. There were some classics like Super Mario Bros. C, SMG4, or Mario and Sonic. So yeah, it was a damn lot of Mario around that time. Also, side note, I only mentioned games from the Wii and DS because, first, I could only play Wii U games at my friend's house, and second, I kinda didn't have a 3DS at that time. But then, when 2017 started, it happened. Super Mario Odyssey. I may not see it as amazing as some people do, but man, I gotta give it credits for essentially introducing me to being aware of news instead of randomly coming across a new game out of nowhere in a game store. I developed a radar that improved the more I got in social media. That's how I started to know about game announcements or any video game news, starting to catch up with the rest, getting excited at games like Mario Maker 2, getting disgusted by the existence of Mario Kart Tour, and most importantly, looking forward to whatever cool new stuff my favorite franchises were going to surprise me with. And even though Sonic would later dethrone Mario of the favorite franchise status, he was still pretty much everywhere with games like the previously mentioned Mario Odyssey and Mario Maker 2, both being amazing games in their own right, even if I think Odyssey is a bit overrated, but more power to the people who love it, I guess. Having some experience in Mario and Luigi by borrowing Dream Team and Paper Jam from a friend, I decided to get the Superstar Saga remake to finally own one of those games. And I'm glad I did because it's actually really damn good, Jesus Christ. More or less staying in the RPG spectrum, there were also the Paper Mario games, and in a nutshell, 64, Super, and Origami King are heaven, while Superstar can go rot in the deepest layer of hell. Once again, I only speak facts because I expect everyone to agree with me in the comments and subscribe, like, and okay, I'll stop the shilling, I'm getting carried away again. There were some disappointments though. Obviously being 3D All-Stars and Strikers Battle League, at first it's just 3 improved ROMs stacked together, but at least I have a way to play Galaxy on the go. Yes, I'll take any chance to play that game, thank you for asking. By the way, Galaxy 2 is also as great, but I prefer the first one more. And for Battle League, it's just disappointing and a downgrade compared to the other ones. Finally, for the last 2 games I played during this time frame, I want to mention, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was already an amazing game to boot up and play with friends, and the Booster Course Pass was a really fun time for speculating. Unfortunately, I had to stay aware of Mario Kart Tour, but hey, at least that game made the greatest track of all that is not Mount Warrior or the best Rainbow Roads ever conceived. And of course, I have to mention Mario Wonder. Really surprising reveal, but it is a ton of fun with all the wacky stuff that Wonder Flowers have. So yeah, that's still a lot of Mario. How have I not gotten sick of this Red Plumber yet? That's not the first time I've been asked a similar question, and probably not the last. You know, I often get asked the same type of questions by people around me. Why do you keep playing Mario? What does this red guy have that makes you still playing? Why don't you play something else that is up to your age and kids nowadays play? Isn't Mario for kids? And to that, could you just let me enjoy what I love to play? Just because it's all colorful and happy-go-lucky doesn't mean I should stop playing it when I'm past a certain age. And I'm going to be real, I don't even like what the people like to play nowadays. Sorry, I had one of the greatest and most complete experiences I've ever had, and that I don't want to fit into a society where game companies will try whatever means necessary to take the money from everyone's wallets. And even then, I'm not all about Mario and Sonic anymore. I've already established from time to time that I've already tried other games and media that I haven't really had a lot of experience with beforehand, or that I wasn't really familiar with. Some did stuck with me, some they really did not, and others I just want them out of my sight because of how much I hate them. Everyone has slightly different tastes between each other. That's the thing with opinions and experiences. It's not my fault that what I like happens to be different from the usual demographic these days. In fact, you know what? Fine, I'll answer the question. You wanna know why I keep playing Mario? Because the moment I turned on my Nintendo Wii with the disc of Super Mario Galaxy and saw that title screen for the first time ever, I didn't know at that time, but that moment was life-changing. Because I always have a great time when the Red Plumber and his friends are around. Because Mario inspired me. Inspired me to never give up on my dreams. For him, it's rescuing his beloveds. For me, it's to live a life with the people I love, working on what I like, which, oh, would you look at that, it's video games. Because that's how I got to know Mario, the one who started it all. And I do not regret it in the slightest.
Thank you so much for watching my video.
See you next time!